Novak Djokovic has short two-word response for Eileen Gu's speech. Tennis icon Novak Djokovic has reacted to Eileen Gu's powerful message at the Winter Olympics in Milano Cortina. The Chinese representative came out on top at the Games, earning medals in all the freestyle skiing events that she participated in, making her the most decorated freestyle skier, with 6 medals across 2 Olympics. Gu had previously addressed how tough it is to remain at the top of her discipline, saying that her biggest asset was the trust she had in herself to compete at a high level. She said she approached each of her 3 events like a 100-meter sprint, and how her confidence motivated her. It comes as Donald Trump made a brazen error while awarding the highest honor to a Team USA hero. The difficulty of competing in 3 events, making finals in 3 events, she said. I had to compete 6 times. I kind of liken it to a marathon, with the pace of a 100-meter dash. I took a big risk in trusting myself, and I'm glad that I did. During her final press conference at the Games, a reporter tried to gain insight into her preparations, with the 22-year-old offering a profound thought, something which Djokovic even agreed with. The power of sport is unparalleled because it is evidence over affirmation. Because you don't tell yourself, oh, I can handle the pressure. I'm so great, Gu told reporters. You do it time and again. Sports are really honest because you can't lie to yourself. You know when you stayed late and other people weren't there. You know when you showed up early and other people weren't there. You know when you gave 100% in training, day in and day out. For months. It's not about at the last second. I tell myself a chip a little line and call it a day. It's the fact that I look back on quite literally years, like decades of hard work, of pouring my heart and soul into this sport. And so yeah, it's trusting myself and it's building that trust every day. Many people spoke of their admiration for Gu following her comments, with the biggest compliment coming from Djokovic, who shared a post of the speech on his Instagram story with the caption, "Well said," followed by raising hands and applause emojis. Gu also reposted Djokovic's response on her own IG story with a heart and high five emojis. The 22-year-old, who had previously represented the United States in the Games, achieved a silver medal in slopestyle and big air, as well as achieving her 2nd consecutive gold medal in the halfpipe. Gu is also said to be growing the sport after she cited a Chinese study which stated that more than 300 million people in China have tried snow sports since she achieved her first 3 Olympic medals. In a world where microphones never sleep and social media turns whispers into wildfires, it is often the longest speeches that are forgotten first. Yet sometimes, it is the shortest responses that linger. 2 words, spare and unadorned, cutting through the noise like a clean backhand down the line. When Eileen Gu delivered her speech, poised, articulate, and brimming with conviction, the room felt charged. She spoke of pressure and purpose, of belonging to more than one world, of chasing excellence while carrying the weight of expectation. Her words were not just for athletes, but for anyone who has ever stood between cultures, dreams, or identities, trying to reconcile ambition with authenticity. Then came Novak Djokovic's response. 2 words. Nothing more. And somehow, nothing less. In an era of over-explanation, Djokovic's brevity felt almost rebellious. He did not elaborate. He did not dissect her message or pivot the spotlight back onto himself. He simply acknowledged it, directly, clearly, without ornament. The power of 2 words lies in what they refuse to do. They refuse to compete with the original message. They refuse to dilute it. They do not hijack the narrative. Instead, they act as punctuation, a full stop that affirms rather than interrupts. Djokovic has spent his career navigating noise. He knows what it means to be misunderstood, scrutinized, and placed under a magnifying glass that magnifies not just performance but personality. He has been celebrated, criticized, questioned, and dissected in ways few athletes ever are. In that sense, his understanding of pressure is not theoretical. It is lived. Perhaps that is why his response carried weight. Eileen Gu, like Djokovic, inhabits more than one world. A global athlete with cultural duality, she has faced both applause and controversy. Her success is not just measured in medals but in meaning, what she represents, what she chooses, what she symbolizes. When she speaks, she is not only speaking for herself, she is speaking into a complicated conversation about identity, nationality, opportunity, and belonging. Djokovic understands that terrain, so when he answered with just 2 words, it wasn't indifference. It was respect. There is something deeply confident about restraint. Athletes are conditioned to compete for titles, for attention, for legacy. But true greatness does not require constant assertion. Sometimes, greatness recognizes greatness and steps aside. 2 words can signal alignment. 2 words can signal solidarity. 2 words can signal, I see you. In sport, we often celebrate volume. The roar of the crowd. The scream after a match point. The press conference filled with analysis. Yet sport, at its highest level, is also about timing. Knowing when to swing. Knowing when to wait. Knowing when to speak, and when not to. Djokovic's response felt like perfect timing. Gu's speech had already filled the space. It did not need embellishment. It did not need commentary laid on top. It needed acknowledgement. And that is what he gave. There is a lesson here beyond tennis courts and ski slopes. We live in a time where everyone feels compelled to add something, an opinion, a reaction, a counterpoint. Silence is uncomfortable. Brevity is often mistaken for lack of thought. But sometimes the most thoughtful response is the simplest one. 2 words can say, you said it best.